In fact, viewers, India has charged that Islamabad is running an organized factory of hate that exploits religious terminology to cultivate permanent hostility towards India among its citizens, solely to enable Pakistan's deep state to maintain its hold on power. Blaming neighbors for its own failures is an old Pakistani habit, and this attempt to hoodwink the world will fail, is what India's permanent representative Harish told the UN Security Council on Monday. Pakistan ordering its government agencies to call groups inside its own borders Fitna al-Hindustan, he said, is nothing but officially sponsored misinformation and disinformation dressed in religious terminology. Fitna, viewers, is an Arabic religious term variously translatable as sedition or idolatry. Now, P. Harish said this is an outcome of an organized factory of hate coming from the deep state of Pakistan, which aims to keep their citizens in a state of permanent hostility with India in order to perpetuate their stay in power and control of national resources and distract them from core political and economic problems. Let's hear that strong statement of India at the UNSC.
To protect civilians from harm. No faith, no law, and no morality can justify these actions. Let me reiterate. Dressing up a massacre as a military operation does not absolve the perpetrator. Killing, maiming, and orphaning civilians is not counter-terrorism. Espousing high principles of international law and Islamic solidarity while mercilessly carrying out airstrikes during the holy month of Ramadan is a perfect example of hypocrisy. Blaming neighbors for its own failures is an old Pakistani habit. This attempt to hoodwink the world will fail. Coming up with official notifications directing Pakistan's government agencies.
All right, my colleague Aditya is joining us on this. Aditya, very firm statement that India has issued and, of course, maintaining its stance on Pakistani occupied terrorism, and how Pakistan only harbors and fosters these terror groups to ensure that India remains and Pakistanis remain in a hostile situation with India.
Well, absolutely, Kriti. It's a very, very firm statement, by the Indian ambassador to UN. Definitely, all on previous occasions as well, Pakistan has been lambasted and has been insulted, on the global platforms like UN earlier also. But, very shamelessly, the Pakistani ambassador to UN previously also have absolutely defended the Pakistani government's sinister policies which they follow in Pakistan. The world knows that the Pakistan is an epicenter of global terrorism, and how it has also been kept in the grey list of the Financial Action Task Force. And definitely, the economy of Pakistan is on backtrack, definitely. However, still, it is the Pakistani government, along with the military establishment of Pakistan, which involves ISI and the army, is still pumping in money to, fund terrorism. And definitely, world over, wherever, terror incidents are happening, Pakistan is directly and indirectly behind those. So definitely, Kriti, indeed, the world has recognized this fact that it is now too much that too much terrorism that has been exported by Pakistan. Now, it is time to call bluff on the sinister Pakistani action.
Absolutely. Thank you, Aditya, for joining us. And viewers, we're slipping into a commercial break. Stay tuned. We'll be back.